What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Will Motivation back again with another video, and today we are talking about the Porsche 911 Carrera T build and my spec. So I'm going to show you in this video my exact specification for the 2024 911 Carrera T that I put on order. That should be here in June, around the middle of June. The date exactly in the Porsche system says June 20th. Could come a little bit earlier, could come a little bit later. But let's have our fingers crossed for earlier. So what you see here on the screen, along with myself here at the bottom, is the Porsche configurator. So I'm going to try to do this by memory, and then we'll kind of check everything, see if everything kind of came out the same. But I'm going to start from the top. Why I ended up choosing the model that I chose, the specific model, all of the features, why I chose those features, what those features are, what that process was like when I selected, and then we'll have the final spec. And then I want you guys to let me know what you think about the options and my thought process on specking out my brand new Porsche 911. All right, so starting at the top. Actually, if we go back one step and you start thinking about Porsches, why did I choose to get a 911? Well, the reason being, I had a GT3 manual and I had a GT3 PDK, and my GT3 PDK was a 991.1, and it had some of the best features in a sports car that I've ever had, bar none. It had the best suspension for a sports car that I ever had. It had the best transmission of any sports car that I've ever had. So I always kind of wanted to get back into a 911 with that notorious PDK and 911 suspension. So that's kind of like where we start. And if you look at all these models, I didn't want an SUV. I'm just not in the market for an SUV. I'm usually driving by myself. I already have a 4-door RS3 that's going to be replaced by another 4-door that you guys are going to hear about shortly. I'm not into electric cars, so I didn't want the Taycan. The 718 is kind of like the entry level, and I drove one at the Porsche Experience Center in Atlanta, and while I was actually pretty impressed, but I don't like the looks as much as I like the looks of the 911. Now, my history with the 911 before I actually had one is I used to have toy cars when I was a kid. And I don't know if you guys remember the electronic slot car racetracks, but there used to be these electronic slot cars called Tyco. And they were like 2 lanes, and then you could create a track and you can run the slot cars, and they were really fast. The absolute all-time fastest 440X or something like that was a series. Some of you guys might remember this back in the, I think this was the late 70s, early 80s. The fastest 440X or 440ZX or something like that was a series of model cars. The fastest one I ever had, was faster than all of my friends' cars as well, was a Porsche 911 with the Aero kit. So I've always been a fan of that, which is why I like the GT3. So let's start there. So I jumped into the GT3 line, jumped onto the website and said, okay, I would like to get a GTS two-wheel drive with a PDK. Called up my dealership where I have a relationship, Midwestern Auto Group, and within 24 hours, they had an allocation for me because I was on the allocation list from previously. Just waiting for the right time. Called them up and said, well, we don't have an allocation, but maybe we could trade for one. And we got, but the only one I could get was the Carrera T. But that's actually the one that I asked them about. I asked them about a Carrera T or a GTS. Those were the 2 options. I like the Carrera T because I saw one that somebody had here locally, and I like the price point. I like the options. You can option it with everything, and a lightweight. And I also liked all of the reviews on it because people say that it drives better than like almost all the 911s, even though it doesn't have the biggest turbo or, you know, the loudest exhaust or whatever, but a lot of people like it. So I was like, okay, I'm sold. Let me get the Carrera T. So they got me the allocation. I went in there, but I had to go through this first phase of specking the car and then bringing my spec in and finalizing it. So we click on this and show you guys my spec. So when you jump into here in their configurator, it gives you a base car that's in white. So the first thing you want to select is your color. So I'm going to show you the starting point we start at is $126,000. And the color that I wanted, I thought about this blue, but I already got a blue M4, like a dark blue M4. Even though that looks nice, I think it's a little too subtle on a 911. Now I like Ruby Star as well. I also like Carmine Red, but I already had a red 911, so I want to do something different. Ruby Star looks really good, I think, on the 718, but on the 911, I have seen one and I actually really did like it, but I just wanted to do something different. Now, I always wanted to get a chalk colored 911. I don't know why. I like the chalk color. The options for doing paint by sample or the custom paints for 911s is on pause right now. I didn't really want to spend that kind of money. You can get like custom paint, which would be any Volkswagen Audi group color. Like you get a Lambo color on your Porsche or an Audi color on your Porsche. But it costs like $11,000 or $15,000 or something like that, right? You guys drop me a comment if you know the actual cost. I'm sure somebody does. But it's expensive. So I was happy with paying a little bit more for the chalk color, right? So my price went from $126 to $129. So the next thing is the wheels. So we took a side profile so we can choose the wheels. I actually like these. I think they're 10-spoke wheels. Yeah, they're 10-spoke wheels. I actually like them, but I want contrast with the chalk. So I said, now I do like these as well, but they're a little bit more expensive, and I was not sure, and I'm still not sure if I'm going to get some aftermarket wheels later. So I don't want to pay for the upgraded wheels if I'm just going to change them out for some aftermarket wheels. So what I did is I chose the 20 in the front, 21 in the rear. These, you know, the standard wheels, but then you can go down here to wheel colors, and I said I want mine in gloss black. I think that gloss black will contrast well with the chalk gray, but that sticker is kind of irking me. The sticker kind of, to me, we're gonna have to address that sticker. Get down to wheel accessories. I didn't choose anything here. All right, so let's get down to the interior. I got the standard interior with the Checker Sport Tech seat centers. Now later on down, we're going to do some stitching in red, but it's further down in the configurator. So we're going to leave this stuff alone. You can upgrade the leather, but you can see how expensive that gets right away. So we didn't do any of that. I don't know what the difference is though. I guess one of them is real leather and one of them is fake. I think I got the real leather. I think I got this one right here. Yeah, I think I got the real leather. Alright, so then you get down to the seats. Now, have I had these bucket seats in my GT3? And hell no, I didn't want them bucket seats. They look good, but I don't like them. Plus, they get tore up real easy on the side where you're getting in and out of the car. You can wear out that leather on the bucket seats, and they're not that adjustable. You can only go like up and down in the front or something like that. Hell no, I don't want those again. I want comfort. I'm getting old now, you know what I'm talking about? So I got the 18-way seats, which gives you like the adjustability, every adjustability that you can pretty much think of. Also, by default, the 911 Carrera T is lightweight. It comes without the rear seats. Rear seats add, I think, 12 pounds or 20 pounds or something like that. It's not that much. So I added the rear seats in there. It's gonna make my insurance costs lower from what I understand. And who knows, my kids might want to ride with me. My kids are probably too big to sit back there anymore, but we opted to get the rear seats. Now I wanted the ventilated seats, but when you get that, it removes the sport text. It's like texture, and it puts all leather. And it kind of, I like breaking stuff up so it's not too monotonous. So I wanted to leave that sport text in there, so we took the ventilated seats off. Alright, so let's get to exterior packages. So I'm gonna skip this for now. They got the sport design package, gloss black. What I ended up going with was, where is it? The we got the gloss black stuff. I think we got the puddle projectors. I'm pretty sure we got that. We got the aero kit in high gloss black. That's what we got right there. So that's a must for me. You get the wing on the back. It looks like that. See what it looks like from the side, rear. Boom. For me, that's a must. It's not a Porsche with, I mean, yeah, it's a Porsche without that, but I like that personally. It makes it a little more aggressive, a little more sporty. So bam, we ended up going with that. Now, we did not get the roof transport system, but what we did do is we did the blacked out sunroof, which gives it a nice look from this angle. I love that. A lot of people say it's gonna add weight, but I didn't care. I'm not too worried about that. I'm not gonna be on the track trying to squeeze out tenths of a second on the track. I don't get paid for that. All right, so then exterior decals and logos. What we did was we just switched the rear end to just have the 911. Let's get a look at it. So it's kind of stealthy. So it doesn't say Carrera T on there anymore. What is performance? We have the front axle lift. I added that. Power steering plus, we added that because I like that. It makes it easier to steer the car when you're like parking or something like that. It's a luxury. I just happen to like that. You gotta get, if you get a Porsche 911, you gotta get the extended range fuel tank. Otherwise, if you go on a road trip, you're gonna be filling up your car every few miles. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta get that 23-gallon tank, which is well worth its weight in gold. The car comes with the Sport Chrono package, so you don't really have to upgrade to this. I thought you did, but ended up removing that. A lot of people go with the rear axle steering, but for me, I think that's more of your track lover type guys, and I'm not that. I might take it to a track just coincidentally, but I'm not planning on taking it to the track on a regular basis. Gotta have the PDK. That's another sacrilegious thing with this lightweight car, is adding weight to it by getting the PDK. But I've had a 911 with a manual and I had a 911 with PDK, and the PDK is way better to drive, way more fun, way more control. Now the downside of the PDK now though is they have that little nubbin shifter thing. The little thing where you shift, you put it in park and drive with that little thing, instead of having an actual gear shift that you can move it over and shift the gears manually with this gear shift. They removed that and put the little nubbin, and that was the worst thing that they ever did on a 911 in my opinion. So, but you gotta live with it now. It's a modern sports car, and what can I say? I hate it, but in this particular car, I don't hate it enough not to get it. The GT500 Mustang, when they went to the little dial shifter thing, I didn't want a Mustang anymore after that. After I saw that thing, but I'll live with it in the 911. Now with the lights, we did get the Porsche Dynamic Light System Plus, which just gives it that intelligent lighting. I wanted them blacked out like these, but I'm not paying $4,000 for that. That's just too much. Now we did get the exclusive design tail lights as well, so that gives you the clear lights in the back, so it's not red. It looks a little more modern in my opinion. Power folding mirrors, we got that. I mean, you just kind of one of those things you got to have that should have been standard. So we get back down to the interior. We are definitely doing a deviated stitching interior package. You click here. We picked the color was Guards Red right there. That's gonna be our stitching. Apply that. So our stitching on the inside, it doesn't show in this picture, but we got the red stitching. We skipped all of this extra leather because it's pretty expensive, and we got the interior trim lathe. To break up all of that black on the interior, we added some exterior color like from the chalk gray, so that breaks up that black a little bit. We got the storage package. This gives us a little bit of storage nets, nothing major. What's this right here? We got the stitching. They say it's chalk, but it's not chalk. It's red. It's red. It's right here. So that's the deviated stitching for the interior. Oh, seat belts. We got the colored seat belts, and we got this in matching Guards Red as well. So you'll see the seat belts change red. We got the red seat belts. I was thinking about getting this back rest shells in leather with painted inlay. I kind of thought about doing that. I think that looks kind of sick. Let me see with that. I don't know what color it's gonna be though. Is it gonna be green or what? But I don't know. If you can make that red, I think I would probably consider getting it. All right, so our price has gone up to $158,000. We're still not done yet. Steering wheel. Steering wheel is super important, as everybody will tell you. So what I didn't get the Alcantara type stuff. What I did get was the heated GT Sport steering wheel, and where is it? Right here. I think I got the memory package too. Hold on. Yeah, I think I got this one. No, I didn't get Damn, did I get this? Steering column. Oh, that's with the seats. No, I didn't get that. I do have the memory seats though. So I got the heated steering wheel, the sport style steering wheel, which looks like this. Multi-function sport style steering wheel, trimmed in leather. I'm not a big fan of the Alcantara steering wheels. I could deal with it, but I prefer not to have it. All right, interior. What else did we do here? Air vent surrounds. No, we didn't do any of this. Nope. Roof lining and race text. Nope. Sun visors and nope. Mirrors, seatbelt outlet. No, we didn't do any of this. But you can see, I think I probably should have did this center console lid and race text, but I got some ideas for doing that aftermarket. Yeah, I might end up doing that though. I think I would like to have that crest on there, the center console. Personalized bespoke. Now we didn't want to do any of this stuff because we didn't want to delay the delivery of the car by trying to get too custom. Now what we did do is we did the color instrument dials. We got red. So if you go here, open this up, our tachometer is going to be red, and then also the little sports chrono thing we made red as well, which is up here, colored sports chrono. We click red. The other colors look pretty cool too, like the green and the yellow, and even the chalk looks pretty good. So we got those two. That added almost $1,000. All right, here's where the money starts jumping up though. Assistance systems. I'm sorry, you get an expensive car, you gotta have the assistance system. So what we got was the lane change assist. So basically blind spot monitoring. If you've got a $100,000 car, you want to know if somebody's in your blind spot, right? Surround view, that's your cameras being able to see everything. Like if you click on this, it'll show you what it looks like, what it does. basically you don't curb your car. Remote park assist. No, we didn't need all of that. Remote park assist. Lane keep assist. Nope, I didn't need that. Adaptive cruise control. $2,000. I had to have that. That made my price go up. But I don't need that active lane keep. I hate that. It doesn't even work that good in most cars. Interior comfort. I'm gonna add this. The preparation for Porsche dash cam front and rear. I got to talk to my salesperson about that. I didn't add it. I did add ambient lighting. I did not add the smokers package. Now here's another thing that shot the price up. I heard the standard stereo system is extremely bad, so you had to get at least the Bose. I wasn't about to put $5,000 in it because I can take it to my local stereo shop with $5,000 and turn it into a symphony. So we did the $1,600 Bose system as a starting point. We'll get the car and we'll see if it's decent. I don't need it to be great because I like listening to the engine and stuff like that. So that Bose should do the trick. And my price came out to be, and this is very, very close to the actual build. I'll show you guys my actual build here in a second. Actually, it's right here, which is really cool. So once you put your order into the system, they put your name and information in there. It saves your configurations. But here's my order. So it says on your way to your 911 Carrera T. Track your order is step 1 of 11 steps. So step 1 is confirming your order. So here's how it looks when you order a brand new Porsche. It shows you this is where they're going to build it. You got 4 milestones until you're in production, 98 days until it arrives in my Porsche center, and it's going to be 44,000 miles away. So they give you that information. I guess it starts moving. It'll start moving on this map when they're going through shipping and stuff. It'll start moving on this map, I think. Alright, so here's what the next steps are. So first step, purchase order has been confirmed. It's in Porsche's system. April 7th, I can't make any more changes. They're going to freeze my changes because they're going to get it ready for production. The 21st, I guess it gets scheduled for the actual date of production. So on the 21st, they'll probably update this manufacturing date to be a little earlier or a little later. So on the 21st of April, I'm going to be on here looking like what's going on. And then on May 5th, they should start the production. Alright. Now here's my stats in the car. We probably will tune this car to get it up to around 500 horsepower, which should be fun. This is my dealership that I work with. And yeah, some more stuff you can buy. So super excited about this build. I hope you guys found this informative. But it's Porsche Friday on the Wheel Motivation channel, and I'm super excited about this car. I don't know, man. I think the way Porsche allows you to track your build and stuff, I like that a lot. Like on Lamborghini's website, I can't do any of this. I paid my full deposit, which was like $60,000 for my Lamborghini Revuelto. I'm told that I'm going to get a build in 2024. I'm guessing it's going to be at the end of 2024, but who knows? But I don't have any tracking. Like if I turn on the app, let me see what the app says for Lamborghini. Lamborghini does have an app, and I'll show you guys. They do have an app. It looks like it'll show my Revuelto on order. Just loading the status. It says on order. That's all it says. It just says on order, and then it shows you a picture of it. And you can swipe through the different angles of what the car is going to look like. So I don't know if you guys knew about that. We just got a sneak peek at the new color of my car. But anyway, we're going to have some fun with this Porsche. Super looking forward to it. be able to hang out with the Porsche guys. We've got a real strong Porsche community in Central Ohio, so it should be some fun. I like to drive. Like, I like going to car meets and stuff like that, but I prefer to go driving, like rallies and short little trips and bouncing around, you know, on a Saturday, just driving and stuff. So this car, I think, will be perfect for that. I don't know how far overboard I'm going to go with the modifications, but I'm gonna probably max out that Carrera T turbo and see how it feels. The next step up from that will be to put a GTS turbo on it, which will add about an additional 100 horsepower, and tune that. And of course, I'm gonna do exhaust so it can sound good, and I may lower it, tint it up, maybe put wheels on it. Well, you know, we'll have some fun with the car. So stay tuned for that. Appreciate you guys joining me on this Freaky Friday to set up our freaky Porsche. And let me know in the comments what you think about the configuration, the process with Porsche, about my spec. You like it? What you would do differently? Would love to hear your comments. And tomorrow I got a really cool video as well, so definitely stay tuned for that. Achievement unlocked. All right, that's it, folks.
It's the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather. I'm here to tell you guys to go to Wheel Motivation. The exotic cars is crazy. I've been watching this show for a little while now, and it's growing. But we need everybody else to subscribe to Wheel Motivation and support Wheel. I'm supporting them. You do the same.